Now, this is better known half of Independence Hall. This is the Pennsylvania Assembly Room, and it's this colony it was run from. Now, as we said earlier, if you had a big room like this, you lent it out. And one of the groups that borrowed this area was the Second Continental Colony. Now, that's where all the 13 colonies got together trying to decide what to do about the situation with Britain. And at this point, things were pretty bad. When they first started meeting here, they find out the king has declared them in rebellion, and they find out about the Battle of Lexington and Concord up in Massachusetts. So fighting with the king's soldiers has started. And this is one of the things that they can decide they're going to have to break away. Now, at this meeting, Thomas Jefferson presented his Declaration of Independence. Now, they didn't just take that declaration the way it was. They made changes here. They took things out, they added things, they changed the wording around, until finally, on the 4th of July, 1776, they passed the Declaration just the way they wanted. They all vote on it and approve it here that day. And that made it official. We were a new country. But the Declaration was not signed on the 4th of July. It's actually almost a whole month later. It's really August 2nd, signed right up there at that head table. So we really have 7 days that could be Independence Day. Now, just because they claim to be a new country, didn't mean the king was just going to let them have the land. They had to fight the American Revolution, and that lasted almost 8 years. Now, during that time, they're trying to figure out how are they going to run this new country. But they were having trouble here because these states could never get along. They're always fighting, and it takes them almost the whole war before they could all agree on our first form of government, which was under a paper called the Articles of Confederation. Now, as it turned out, it really was not the best way to run the country. It had a lot of problems. It wasn't working too well. So what they did, once the war was over, they called together another meeting here in this room to see if they could fix that paper somehow. In the end, they gave up. But then they start over. And this is what turned into our Constitutional Convention. That same meeting you saw in the big painting in the room where we started the tour. And remember who was in charge? George Washington. Now, here we go front here. This is the actual chair, George Washington, during that convention. Now, folks, if you've been here, you're going to heard a lot of arguing coming out of this room. Because they have to decide what's going to go into our Constitution and what is not. What's going to be the rules that we run this country by? Now, have you ever tried to get a group of people to agree on something? Like we're going to have lunch? Yes, I know what happened here. Because you can imagine, this room is filled with people from all over the country, and they each think they know the best thing to go in this document, and they all start fighting. And at one point, they're arguing so badly here, a lot of people thought this is going to be the end of the United States. So after a lot of debate and a lot of compromise, they came up with the Constitution that we have today. And that's signed here in this room on September 17, 1787. So right here we have the 2 big papers that form this country and that we still run the country by today, all being put together in this room. So folks, does anybody have any questions about Independence Hall or anything you've seen or heard?
Is this all the original furniture?
Just the chair George Washington sat in. The rest of it is from the time period, though. It's the same things they had.
What about like flooring?
Well, it's a combination. The building is largely original. The flooring has been replaced. It just wore out. Paneling in this room is not original. The rest of the building it is. They do know exactly what it looks like in their house.
Chandelier original?
Well, that's not the oldest thing in the room, but not original. This dates from 1741. They had one like it, but during the Revolution, the British occupied the building, and the chandelier disappeared around it. That's a lot nicer to get.
They also took the Bill
Okay,
St.
well,
Michael.
folks, I'm going to get out of your way. If anybody's still
Silver
has
bells
questions,
of
I'm
St.
going to be
Michael.
here on the side. Come on up and ask.
Back home.
Feel free to take all the photos you want, and anytime you're ready to exit photos here in the hallway, we'll ask that you exit to the left, please. Thanks for coming out today.